The Boracay Task Force and some businessmen expect only a small percentage of establishments that can reopen on its target relaunch on October 26. Nel Maribok tells us why.
The Task Force Boracay is now working to achieve the targeted reopening of the island on October 26 after its 6 months rehabilitation. However, only 30% of the total number of establishments in the island can go back to business after its owners encountered difficulties in processing permits and license to operate. Based on the data from the Boracay Interagency Task Force, only 71 out of 440 inspected resorts and hotels have been found to be permit and license compliant. 280 are yet to complete the necessary requirements for operation. Business owners are lamenting the strict process in place and the costly building of sewage treatment plants required for operation.
Baka mga 30 lang. Sa hirap ng mga requirements po, ma'am.
Senate Committee on Environment and Natural Resources Chairperson Cynthia Villar also expresses her dismay over the performance of the Boracay Interagency Task Force.
Bubuksan nyo Boracay na 60 ang nag-comply. Kung ako presidente, magre-resign na ako.
But according to the task force, connecting the establishments to the sewer system and their own sewage treatment plants is not only the problem they are dealing with in the island.
Hindi lang po kasi ang issue ng water ang reason. Yung sa dami ng violations nila.
163 hotels and restaurants do not even have a mayor's permit, and these are really the big ones.
Based on the order of the Department of Environment and Natural Resources, resorts and hotels with more than 50 rooms should have its own sewage treatment plant, while smaller establishments need to connect to the island sewer system. Though the Boracay Foundation accepts this obligation, it stresses that the water concessionaires should be the ones overseeing the water treatment. Senator Villar also asked agencies to help address the business owners' issues.
So, kailangan gumawa sila ng policy na medyo kung magbibigay ng discount or ibababa, at least para ma-encourage yung mga tao to connect.
The Interagency Task Force will also try to extend the August 25 deadline of the one-stop shop to give chance to other businesses to complete the requirements. But if they fail to comply, Interior and Local Government Yusek Epimaco Densing says they have no choice but to pursue the reopening of the island on October.
But kung 30% lang ang nakakabit sa sewer line, 30% lang may STPs in total, then we'll have to operate at 30%. But it's not acceptable.
Nel Maribok, UNTV News and Rescue, Senate of the Philippines.
A consumer group believes they have a better way to reduce the price of vegetables by up to 50%. Monoxon will tell us why.
The prices of vegetables can still be reduced by 50%, claims a consumer group. Laban Consumer Incorporated recommends a new way to lower the price of vegetables wherein retailers can sell the produce at the wholesale price rate. According to LKI President Vic Dimagiba, the price of vegetables increases because of the 7 layers of intermediary costings before the produce goes to the hands of the consumers. Dimagiba cited cabbage as an example. Its farm price is only 20 pesos. But because of the numerous process it has to go through, its price inevitably increases. From 20 pesos farm price, a disposer will add 1 peso per piece, 3 pesos for the consolidator, 10 for the middleman, 5 for the wholesaler, 20 for the retailer, and additional 10 pesos for vendors. Consumers will end up buying a 69 peso cabbage for the original price of 20. With the proposed system, the many layers of the process will be removed, and consumers will only pay for the price from the farmer and disposer, and a cabbage will only be 21 pesos per piece. But before this can be done, the Laban Consumer Group will be needing the cooperation of the consumers.
So dapat, ang pagkuha mo ng wholesale, dapat marami kayo naghahati-hati. So that's the concept. So we want to talk to corporations, cooperatives, or associations who want to service their employees, service their members na, there's an access for cheap vegetables.
Meanwhile, the consumer group conducted a price monitoring inspection in one market in Quezon City. They observed that some retailers do not follow the SRP implemented by the Department of Agriculture. Some vendors argued that they will not earn any profit if they will implement the SRP on vegetables.
Dapat, pag naglalabas sila ng ganong presyo, yung kunyari, yung mga bodega muna ng talagang pinanggagalingan na sila. Hindi kami. Kasi siyempre, sumusunod lang naman kami. Tapos kami, kinikwenta namin kung magkano lalabasan.
On the other hand, the LKI group opposed the plan of the government to import vegetables and fish to lower their prices.
Ang daming supply, no? Kahit sa isda kahit sa gulunggong, wala naman tayong naabirya lang dahil dumaan ng mga weather, no? Hindi po sagot. We oppose the importation as a policies.
Mon Hokson, UNTV News and Rescue, Quezon City.
Motorists will face a new round of oil price adjustments this week. According to oil industry players, the price of gasoline will go up by 30 centavos per liter effective on Tuesday, while the price of kerosene will go down by 20 centavos for each liter. There is no reported change in the price of diesel. The new adjustment in oil prices reflect movements in the international petroleum market.
Filipino-American NBA star Jordan Clarkson considers a blessing the opportunity to play for the Philippines in the Asian Games. However, Clarkson is not sure if he will be able to play for the Philippine team again in the future. Victor Cosare tells us why.
NBA star Jordan Clarkson said on Sunday that he is honored to be given a chance to play in the Asian Games, but casts doubt about his opportunities to play for the Philippine national team in the future. The 26-year-old America-born Filipino basketball player was only cleared by the NBA to play for the Philippine national team just a few days ago, and he went on to be the flag bearer for the country at the opening ceremony.
A lot of this is kind of just coming full forward now. Now getting this opportunity, the NBA, everything. It's kind of been back and forth for me, but it's a blessing. Having to carry the flag, it's all honor and a blessing. So.
In a news conference on the sidelines of the games, Clarkson said he is not sure if an opportunity to play for the Philippine team like this would come again in the future due to his NBA commitments.
I don't think so. Not right now in terms of scheduling stuff, but we'll see. Definitely have to talk to my team and stuff like that. So, but as of right now, I'm not sure.
With the opening ceremonies done, Clarkson is ready to go to work. He has been practicing heavily with the rest of the basketball team since arriving in Jakarta, Indonesia. He is set to make his debut for the Philippines on Tuesday against China. Victor Cosare, UNTV News and Rescue.
National Anti-Poverty Commission head Liza Massa quits her post of 2 years, saying she could no longer work with the Duterte administration. Let's find out why from Ray Pelayo's report.
The lead convener of the National Anti-Poverty Commission, Liza Massa, has tendered her resignation letter to President Rodrigo Duterte. In a briefing, she told reporters she could no longer work for the Duterte administration as she could not help facilitate changes after the government scrapped its peace negotiations with the National Democratic Front.
Pinakamahalaga rin na dahilan kung bakit nagdesisyon ako na magbitiw ay ang final at categorical statement ni Presidente na tiniterminate na niya ang peace talks.
She also cited the rise of former President Gloria Arroyo as Speaker of the House of Representatives and the return of the Marcos family to power, who allied themselves with President Duterte as reason for quitting her post.
Siyempre alam naman natin yung mga Marcoses, they are everywhere. Ganon din si Presidente Gloria Macapagal Arroyo na nandyan at nanumbalik at ngayon ay speaker na ng mababang kapulungan, no? All of these forces have returned. So how can we really, realize the changes when the old forces of fascism and corruption are back?
Formerly, the representative of the Gabriela party list, Maza, was appointed to NAPC in 2016 to craft anti-poverty policy and oversee the government's social reform agenda. She was nominated by the Communist Party of the Philippines after President Duterte offered 4 posts when the government sought to broker a peace deal with the left. Other leftists appointed to the government were former DSWD Secretary Judy Taguiwalo and former DAR Secretary Rafael Mariano. Malacanang meanwhile acknowledges Masa's contribution to the Duterte administration, citing the decrease in the country's hunger rate and the implementation of the National Feeding Program. But with the resignation of Masa, presidential spokesperson Harry Roque notes the leftist group will have no opportunity to serve people and lead the fight against poverty.
The president gave them that opportunity and she decided to leave. No? Wala naman nagpapaalis sa kanya. No? So I don't know really why she had to connect the peace talks with her work in the National Anti-Poverty Commission.
Masa's resignation came after her arrest warrant was quashed by a Nueva Ecija court for insufficient evidence in a double murder case she was facing along with 3 other former House Makabayan Bloc members. The case was in relation to the alleged killing of a rival party list member. Masa now plans to go back to her former group where she believes she can continue her advocacies. Ray Pelayo, UNTV, News and Rescue, Quezon City.
Meanwhile, Malacanang belies Communist leader Jose Maria Sison's claim that President Rodrigo Duterte is seriously ill and has slipped into a coma. Rosalie Cos tells us why.
Communist Party of the Philippines founding chairman Jose Maria Sison claimed that President Rodrigo Duterte is gravely ill. Sison took to Facebook to share what he allegedly knew about the president's health. He said the darker tone in Duterte's face has worsened and his walk and handshake have become more unstable, citing those who saw the president at an event in Davao City last Saturday. Citing the reports he received, Duterte has allegedly fallen into a coma since Sunday. But Malacanang brands Joma's claims as false, urging the public to ignore his statements.
As usual, Joma Sison does not know what he talks about. How would he know about the state of the president, state of health of the president when he is in faraway The Hague, Netherlands? No, not The Hague, but I think another city in the Netherlands. Joma Sison is a spent revolutionary, not a doctor. Let's not listen to him as far as medical condition is concerned.
Malacanang also says there's no need to release the president's state of health because the public can clearly see his condition with his frequent engagements. Alliance of Concerned Teachers Party List Representative Antonio Thio has recently urged the palace to make a full disclosure on Duterte's health since the public has the right to know. Special Assistant to the President Bongo also chided Sison, saying he might have dreamt of himself instead of Duterte falling into coma. This week, the president is expected to stay in Davao City while he is set to fly to Cebu City tomorrow. He will go back to Manila on Monday to lead the commemoration of the National Heroes Day. Rosa Licoz, UNTV News and Rescue, Malacanang.
Asia's Phoenix Morissette still wows thousands of spectators during the first international leg of her Made concert in Dubai despite encountering a problem. Nina Bascon tells us why.
Asia's Phoenix Morissette Amon still commanded the stage with her mind-blowing singing prowess during a concert in Dubai held last Friday. Though the young diva was feeling under the weather and lost a bit of her voice just hours before her Made concert opens, she still managed to pull off an all-out performance. With over 4,500 spectators composed of Filipinos and foreigners, Morissette showed her vocal dexterity and world-class talent. She also performed some of her most watched Wish-exclusive videos in the Wish 1075 bus that catapulted her to the international scene. She also performed a duet with her special guest, singer-actor Sam Concepcion. Also joining Morissette are the members of the Wishful Five, who performed as the concert's front act.
super voice, superstar. I love her too much. And I follow Morissette. I love you, Morissette.
Actually, this is the first time I'm hearing her sing. And it was wonderful listening to her. I was a bit sorry that she was not feeling well. But it really was a wonderful concert. All of them are really, really good singers.
Galing-galing niya. Parang nasa Pilipinas pa rin kami. Siyempre, pagka Pilipino kasi naman magagaling talaga.
And not only has she conquered Araneta or in Cebu, now she's conquering even Dubai. And it shows exactly what sort of talent yung Filipino is really made of.
Overwhelmed with the success of her first Made Concert international leg, Morissette sends her love to all her fans and thanks the Wish 1075 and the Verdad Events Management for organizing the project.
Sa aking mga winatics din, thank you so much. And to everybody who prayed for me, to my management, thank you. To my family, thank you.
La Verdad Events Management is very, very pleased. This is one of those events that we will do over and over if possible.
According to Kuya Daniel Rozon, the CEO and president of the BMPI UNTV and the man behind the Wish FM station, more international events are slated for the young diva.
First leg lang niya to ng international ng Morissette is Made. So after Araneta, Cebu, and then this one. And we're looking forward na madala sa Australia and other parts of Europe. God willing.
Why can't it be like that? She can be like that.
Nina Bascon, UNTV News and Rescue, Dubai.
The song entry of a professional musician from Davao City is set to compete in the finals this month. Grace Casin explains why.
Banal na Salita by LJ Manzano.
A professional musician hailing from Davao defeats other contenders in the third weekly elimination round of a Song of Praise writing competition, Year 7 this month. LJ Manzano's triumph came after his entry entitled Banal na Salita passed the scrutiny of ASOP judges in the Producer's Speak episode last night.
Banal na salita mo hindi magbabago. Pinatatag mo ako sa mundo dahil sa banal na salita.
LJ, napakaganda nung melodiya niya. In fact, even the way it was going, talaga mo, it's a type of a song na pwede mong gawing pang competition.
Anyway, napakaganda nung awitin na ginawa mo. Higit sa lahat, gustong-gusto ko yung melody niya. Napakaganda ng melody construction. This is perhaps one of the most beautiful pre-choruses na nadinig ko na dito.
For this reason, Manzano will now advance to the monthly finals. After stumbling when he first joined the ASOP Year 7 last July, Manzano was no stranger to ASOP stage because he was among the grand finalists in ASOP Year 5 with his entry called Pag-ibig Ka o Diyos.
Pag-ibig ka o Diyos sa nalilitong mundo. Pag-ibig ka o Diyos.
Manzano is also grateful for the program which provides a venue for both amateur and professional composers.
Maraming salamat po sa may mga contest kong ganito. Kasi naniniwala po ako, the highest form of music talaga is yung pagbibigay puri sa Panginoon.
Banal na salita mo hindi magbabago. Pinatatag mo ako sa mundo dahil sa banal na salita.
Grace Casin, UNTV, News and Rescue, Philippines.
Young swimming star Filipino-American Clark Kent receives a special honor from the Philippine Consulate in San Francisco after he successfully breaks the record of American Olympian swimmer Michael Phelps. Abby Valdez tells us why.
10
9-year-old Filipino-American swimmer Clark Kent made waves when he shattered the 100-meter butterfly swim record that was held by American Olympian swimmer Michael Phelps for 23 years. Clark, who swims for the Monterey County Aquatic Team, won the 100-meter butterfly in 1 minute, 9 seconds, and 38 milliseconds when he competed at the Far West International Championship in California. Phelps subsequently congratulated the phenomenal child swimmer, dubbed as Little Superman for his superhero namesake, for beating his 1995 record for more than a second. Clark's ability is impressive because he has only been swimming competitively for 4 years. In recognition of his achievement, he was given honor by the Philippine Consulate in San Francisco at the Salinas Valley.
We are very happy and honored and privileged actually of being, Clark's parents. We are overjoyed with all the things that's happening with him. We know that it's just gonna be the start of his journey, and there's gonna be more at stake.
We're just thankful and grateful for everything that's happening to Clark, with all the acknowledgement and all the recognition that he has received today. We're very humbled with this experience.
Clark's abilities are not only confined to the pool, because he also maintains good grades and is in 2 other fields of learning.
I do extracurricular activities at my school sometimes. I also do martial arts, piano. School I do dance and theater classes that we do.
And amid his extracurricular activities, Clark assures his studies remains his #1 priority. According to his coach Thio, the young swimmer serves as a role model for his teammates.
He's extremely articulate and very focused, and he's a joy to have on our team because the other kids enjoy following his silent leadership. He works extremely hard, and he sets a good tone for the rest of the kids on the team.
Abby Valdez, UNTV News and Rescue, San Francisco, USA.